Hey, Will King here, and today on the Build Show, we're going to be talking about tool trailers or trim trailers and how you can set those up for your guys if you're a builder. So behind me here is a 14-foot enclosed trailer. Now this is about 5 years old, so we've had it in service for quite some time now. It's like I said, 14-foot model. It's 7 foot wide. I think it's about 6'7" of clearance on the inside. So talking about that, the inside dimension is actually important because if you or any of your guys are tall, you want to make sure you can stand up inside the trailer and not hit your head, because you have to be careful. There's several 6-foot models that are out there that are going to be too short. Now, this one only being 7 foot wide is important too, because if you go to an 8-foot wide model, your trailer is going to be outside your mirrors, and so it's going to be really hard to see going down the road what's coming up beside you or seeing behind your trailer. And then also the 14-foot, we didn't want to get too long because then it's hard to get in and out of subdivisions or in and out of tight turns. So 14-foot seems to be just right, and especially when you add a ladder rack on top, you can have your full-size extension ladders and even 16-foot material if you need to haul it to a job site. All right, so we talk about what to put on a trailer. Now, oftentimes when you order a new one, you can spec out all the accessories to add to it, depending on where you're getting the trailer. But if you don't, and you just buy one used or you buy one that's stock from somewhere, you can add things yourself. And probably the best thing that we've added, or one of the best things that we've added, is this jack. Now, this is just an electric jack. It's made by Bulldog, I believe. It's a 4,000-pound lift capacity, but it's so easy to go up and down, and it really saves a lot of time. The guys are happier. It saves the constant going up and down the jack, and it makes their life easier, which is my goal. So that's a really big thing. The other part is that this is a dual 3,500-pound axle trailer, so it's 7,000-pound roughly GVWR. That put it over the limit of the smaller 2-inch ball, so it ends up, this has a 2 5/16 coupling on it. So you do have to have a bigger hitch to pull a trailer like this one. This is a spare key, so we keep the trailer locked, but if for some reason they lose the key, they do have the code to be able to get into the extra key to still get inside their trailer. That was just a little afterthought to put on there just in case they're somewhere, or if I go by a job site and I need the trailer and I don't have a key, we can still get in. So one thing we decided to do with our trailer was to wrap it with a full vinyl wrap that has our logo and some of our partners' logos on it. And so not only is it a good PR move, but really the best thing is if somebody was to steal this trailer, it's a rolling billboard for where it came from. So that's a big part of why I think wrapping it is important. But also, if you're a builder or a contractor and you have partners that you work with, whether it's lumber supply, houses, or maybe it's a subcontractor that you work with a lot, you could ask them, like we did, would they be interested in putting their logo on your trailer in exchange for some amount of money to help offset the cost of wrapping it. And you'd be surprised how many of them will jump on board with you, and then that will help offset the cost of actually putting the wrap on the trailer, because without help of other vendors or other sponsors, the wraps can be pretty pricey. So we talk about electrical on these trailers. Now what we did was we mounted a sub panel inside this trailer, and our guys have a heavy duty, like 10 gauge shoreline to go to a 20 amp plug just at the temporary pole that will power this trailer and energize that little panel. And so then they have a few circuits off of that that run things like their microwave when they're at lunch, their little mini fridge, they have their air compressor, even outlets on the outside of the trailer that they can plug into with an extension cord. Now obviously everything can't run at once, and they are protected by breakers, so there are going to be times where things have to get reset, but it does make it more convenient to have one cord coming in from our tent pole to this trailer than feeding everything else. So one thing that we did on our trailer that I'd highly recommend to anybody is a security system. Now our local security company here that we do business with pretty often, they came out and installed a little security panel inside of our trailer with 2 door contacts and a motion sensor, and even a sensor on the hitch that if it was unhooked to actually hook up the trailer or unlock the trailer, it would also set the alarm off. Now it's actually monitored by a cellular uplink that's installed inside the trailer. So even without internet service or a dedicated phone line like an old school security system, it's still monitored and will go off in the middle of the night. So the security panel is actually powered by a deep cell marine battery. The power from the shoreline actually just maintains that battery, and that 12-volt battery is actually what runs the security system. So in the event that it gets unplugged, a power failure, or even in transport, the security system actually stays online because of that deep cell marine battery. So I let my guys set the inside of that trailer up to their liking. That's not really something that I push them to do in any certain way. But from a business owner standpoint, from a contractor standpoint, how the trailer looks and the security of it are very important to me and how it functions inside of our business. But I hope you learned a little bit about our tool trailer and how we set it up. And just remember, iron sharpens iron, so keep grinding, keep watching these videos, and we'll see you right here on The Build Show.